Welcome back to more Outer Wilds. What a beautiful looking game to start with. The the gravity cannon in orbit around the water planet shooting off a probe, our probe whipping around the planet's surface. It has been 4 days since I have played Outer Wilds, and I have been desperately looking forward to coming back and playing more of it. But as we start today's first excursion on Timber Hearth here, I want to do a couple of things and talk about a few things. First of all, I'm gonna grab my spacesuit so we have a little bit more maneuverability, and I'm gonna talk to people here. I have not talked to any of the Hearthians since day one, but they probably have interesting things to say about what's going on. Let me also make sure that the freeze time is off. I'm okay if we, run out of time. I want to see some animations. That's our pilot. You know the ship is a death trap, right? You're lucky I'm in a time loop because otherwise I'd be super dead. I keep getting killed by ghost matter. The sun is going to supernova, by the way. I have questions about ghost matter, but let's say the sun is going to supernova. Oh yeah, the observatory has an exhibit about that. Between you and me, I glossed over some of the finer details. Astrophysics is really more Hornfell's domain. Me, I'm here for the rocket science and the marshmallows. They keep getting killed by ghost matter. Not if you use your scout to detect it, you won't, you dumb idiot. Did you think I made that just so you could take pretty little pictures of trees? It has multiple uses. Use it as a light source. So what's interesting is that... Oh! It's okay. What's interesting is that he's not wrong, and this is also probably the tutorial guy. You die, you come here, you get advice. You're lucky I'm in a time loop, because otherwise I'd be super dead. And you're lucky I don't have you grounded for medical reasons, because I have no idea what you're talking about. Ship's a death trap, right? Well, yeah, it's a death trap, but a really powerful death trap. What, you suddenly care about safety now? Good point, I am immortal after all. Connie says, I can't wait for the vinyl to arrive. As fun as vinyl is, I'm still more of a digital man myself. That way I can have it wherever I want it. Slate, say you're blasting off. Hey, I'm still going. You want to try out my model ship? No, I've already done that before. I want to talk to freaking everybody here, because it has been a while. Hey, Guinness, aka the person who made all of the musical instruments. Hello there, Space Cadet. Just saying hi. Okay, he's got nothing new. We've already talked to him before. Marl wants to cut down the tree and make a new launch pad. So it's launch day, huh? Al's gonna miss you. Speaking of launch day, I was thinking about it on the platform. We all know you have it out for that tree. I don't know how we lost so much light in the moment of the sun passing by overhead, but we must have. Here's our haul of stuff. Rutile. You're actually blasting off? My old odds are high. I'm doing it quick because I'm... Oh, it's the planet's going overhead. It's just, you can't see the planet and there's still so much light. It just creates a very nice shadow. I'm only seeking adventure amongst one star. The good stuff is less delicious sap wine and more daunting digestive challenge. Ah, good stuff. The one thing that I specifically want to do here is I want to go up to the observatory because there's some things that I want to observe. I've been thinking a lot about this game. I actually, between last recording and today, I rewatched my entire run of this game on 10 times speed, and I reread all of the lore and the dialogue and the messages I've picked up. I have realized things that I missed the first time I was going through all of the, or a lot of the dialogue entries and whatnot. So we're gonna go through some of this stuff again. We're gonna explore, pick up some things that I missed, I think, and we're gonna theorize a little bit here on today's beginning run of Outer Wilds. But I have to make it up to the observatory because I have a question. And I want to talk to the to Hornfell up there. But there's a sign next to Hornfell's scientific equipment, and he talks about noticing that the universe is expanding. Theoretically, he could only do that if he understands and if there is the speed of light in this game, right? Which means that all of the exploding stars that happen in the distance here, this is all happening in like a collapsing universe because it's roughly happening in all directions equally, right? That raises a little bit of an important point, I think, that I want to be sure about. I figure if I actually just climb out of the crater, I can just very easily get to exactly where I want to go, right there. So we're going to take a look at the observatory. Hello. Hello. Where are you? Oh, he's downstairs, isn't he? So he's got his observer computer consoles and whatnot, and he has this here, where he's talking about redshift calculations. Speed of light must exist in this universe, ergo, it's collapsing, and those stars have exploded a long time ago. That's my assumption. That's one assumption that I've made. Another question I had, and I was having, was, did the Nomai ship, you know, maybe we should just like kind of run it back and talk about the very beginning of this game and what the hell we're doing. Because we started here in Timberhearth, we explored the planet, we explored the moon. There wasn't much happening on the moon, but there was a, there was a small, like, Nomai station that was trying to locate the quantum moon, I believe. I think they had a quantum moon detector on the Addle Rock. We've explored Brittle Hollow, the Hourglass Twins, and the Interloper, and the White Hole, which is the exit from the Brittle Hollow, which I actually don't know exactly where it is on this map. It's not really shown. The Nomai entered this solar system on the Vessel, which is their name for the ship that they were using to travel across space. It had a warp drive. When they entered this system, I believe they were caught in the dark bramble. Whatever this is, it's apparently very dangerous. And I think it destroyed their ship, or at the very least heavily damaged it. They launched out escape pods in various directions, one of which is on the dark bramble, one of which went to the Hourglass Twins, one of which went to Brittle Hollow. And the Hourglass Twins and the Brittle Hollow, they redeveloped their civilization slowly. The people who landed on Brittle Hollow redeveloped warp technology because it's a naturally spawning black hole, white hole combination. There's a black hole, there's a white hole. They were able to redevelop their warp core technology. I find that to be very convenient. That there just so happened to be a black hole in the middle of that planet that paired to a white hole that allowed warp travel that they were able to use in order to relearn how to invent warp drive technology. That's convenient. There's got to be something going on there. Felix and I have finished construction. Calibrating won't take long. The Addle Rock's lack of atmosphere will make it simple. They're talking about the device on Addle Rock, which is a quantum moon detector, which doesn't work. There's one here in Addle Rock. There's one at the Hourglass Twins, which also doesn't work properly because it can't detect the quantum moon when it's at the eye. The one at Brittle Hollow can. It's the observatory in Brittle Hollow can detect the quantum moon. No, it's actually not the observatory. It's the quantum. Rather, let me rephrase. The one at Timberhearth, I think, was trying to find. No, yeah, it was trying to make the quantum moon, or maybe they were trying to find the eye, one or the other. Regardless, the Brittle Hollow can find the quantum moon. It has a working detector for that. So that is something that I'm going to try to take advantage of and try to figure out how to maybe get to the quantum moon. I might have all of the information necessary to do it. I don't, but I want to try anyways. Hornfell. The statue eyes open. Wish you could have seen it happen. Me too. Tell me more about Feldspar. He's one of the 4 members. I really thought we could talk to this guy a little bit more about what's going on. Like, hey, I'm stuck in a time loop. I guess not. But yeah, like I have questions, especially regarding this, the quantum, rocks. Because every time you look away from it, it teleports. We were doing that in Brittle Hollow. No, Hourglass Twins. We were doing that in Hourglass Twins to move around to the different sites underground in the under the planet's surface. My question is, you know what? Okay, fair enough. You can't even land the scout on it. I was thinking if I could land the scout on it, if I could use it to track its location. Apparently not. But what if I use this? Ha ha! I was curious about that. It's actually not what I wanted. I wanted it to still be able to move even when the camera was looking at it. It's like, watch this. Yeah, the camera acts as a visual source for these things. That's interesting. So it'll... maybe not? It's like, it can spawn in front of it, but it can't spawn behind it. So like, see, it's like it spawned in front of it, but now it will never spawn away from it. That seems weird. But like, maybe I can use this to my advantage? Because this is actually not what I expected. I was expecting it to still move around, but I could use the camera to find it or trigger it to move, so I could position it exactly where I want it to be so that I can find it via the various facilities around the solar system here that are designed to track the quantum moon. Because if I could track it and then put a scout on it like the quantum moon, and then look at it when it's at the location of the 6th planet, then maybe I could go to that 6th planet, and it still might work, but my idea is a little bit messed up now. Regardless, it's something to keep in mind. That's kind of cool. I wanted to see what the scout would do with this. Next, what else is there? There's a lot. There's a lot that I've learned about. Just kind of, there's a lot of lore that I now have straight now that I've rewatched my own run and reread all of the dialogue that was happening in the game. Something else I've noticed, or I remembered rather, is that let me go to the ship. In Timberhearth, in the Quantum Grove, there's a riddle. I don't know how to solve that riddle. It's something about in the dark, cross the branch, when it's dark and silent, something. So there's a puzzle there where I think it has something to do with the quantum filament that's there, but I don't understand it, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. What else is there? Oh, I've learned something about the radio tower, but I'm not going to talk about that because I want to save that in my pocket as like a trump card. Like, if we're stuck or if there's a puzzle that we can't solve, I'm going to pull it out and be like, I've already found the solution to this puzzle. Does Abe have the DLC downloaded? No, but I have looked up information regarding the DLC. People online are very good about not spoiling things. I've heard that the DLC is good, but you should probably play and almost beat or beat the first game, or like the starting point of the game. So we're gonna keep playing without it for right now. Hey, I've actually, for the first time ever, I damaged my ship. Look at that. Yeah, people do not like spoiling the game, so they basically said, play the game, when you think you're about to win, do the DLC. I want to come in here because I realized something, which is that while this is a very large and expansive area, did I ever explore down? Like, I know there are... The heck is this? Well, I know there's geysers down there. What else is down here? Because there's these, like, holes in the wall where I guess they were doing drilling? But yeah, I don't really remember coming down here and looking around, so I kind of want to come down here and look around. I fell down here and drowned once. I mean, it's very interesting. This place was where they were doing mining so that they could build the ash towers. I guess there's nothing down here that I was missing, but, you know, it's good to know. You know, I wanted to check. Anything up here? No? All right. We've already explored this stuff, which is fine. Okay, I think we're done here. I just wanted to check that out. I just wanted to jump in and see if there was anything down there that I missed. The answer is no. All right, now, where to? Well, we need to go to the water planet. I think this first day here, this first loop, is just gonna be me wandering around. Because there's a few things that I wanna look at, remember, and also tell you guys that I'm aware of. I'm not really gonna use the ship's log that much, just because it's not gonna tell me anything I don't already know, really. You know, I wanna solve the puzzles myself, the mysteries myself. Hello? Excuse me. I don't know what ghost matter is. I think I understand what the ghost matter did, though. Because when we found the interloper and we explored the comet, it said, well, there was a log there that said, I think that the interloper, you know, it's full of energy and it's expanding, and if it explodes, it'll, you know, envelop the entire solar system instantaneously. Question. Is that the reason why the Nomai were killed? Is that what caused their annihilation? Possibly. Question. Why did it not kill the four-eyed Herthians, who were just little tadpoles in their swamp, you know? Why did it not kill this civilization? I don't know the answer to that. That seems like a blind spot in our information right now. You're okay. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyways, this is the sign I was talking about. It's always dark in the ancient glade, the quiet shade across old bark. Ship log updated. I guess I didn't, like, inspect the sign previously, even though I read it. Ancient glade, the quiet shade across old bark. Something that I don't understand. However, there is a, where is it? Quantum rock. Also a quantum moon that direction. Unknown. There's a quantum moon. So there's the quantum moon. Let's try something. There's the quantum moon. If I take a picture and I'm looking in that direction, there's the quantum moon. There's the quantum moon. I've lost track of where I was looking. Here? Did the quantum moon move? Is this not going to work because it doesn't actually have line of sight on the quantum moon? This might not actually work if it doesn't have actual line of sight on the quantum moon. Okay, so it's still there. The trees and the plants in this area are warping around, I'm realizing. So the quantum moon is not there anymore. You know what? Maybe because I don't have the picture up? I don't know. But that's interesting. The trees are changing and moving. Is that a part of the puzzle? The rocks are moving as well. See, this is something where I have to wonder if it being dark, oh my god, this thing is destroyed. It being dark might have something to do with the sign. There it is. In the ancient glade, it's always dark. Perhaps when it's dark, something will occur here, but there is a light. So the light, you know, if it's going to stop the quantum fissure from doing something. Or maybe, maybe it's the position of the geyser. It feels like there's a puzzle here. I don't know what it is, but it definitely feels like there's a puzzle here. But maybe when the sun goes out, something will happen. All right, I think this is a good warm-up. I think I'm ready now. What about the rock? It could just be a rock. Well, or rather, there are several of these located in the solar system. They're pieces of the quantum moon, theoretically. But what do they mean? That's a question we still don't have the answer to. Like, can I stand on you? I probably could stand on you. I don't know what you're gonna do though, because it's too light. You know what? I am kind of teleporting around a little bit. Not anymore. I was for a second. It was dark enough that I was able to teleport around. That's cool. Anyways. Maybe I don't still have the knowledge necessary to deal with the puzzle of the quantum rocks, which we'll probably get the answer to in one of the next two locations, of course. But also, I have another kind of revelation, a big one, to tell you right now. Notice that cannon. Every time we've woken up, it is launched in a different direction every time. I think I understand why. I think I know why everything is the same in the solar system except for that. Because there was a note, I forget where it was, but I remember watching it when I was re-watching my playthrough. There was a note somewhere that said that trying to find the location of the eye was almost a futile process. They've been working on it for a long time, and sending out probes trying to find it would be, it's a minuscule chance that they would succeed. The individuals on Brittle Hollow in the observatory, aka the location that has a working quantum moon detector, theoretically they would know where the location of the eye is. They asked about the 22-minute power for the black hole. They are the ones who started the process for that, for developing the twin project. I think what they wanted is they wanted to loop time so that they could scan as much of the solar system as possible trying to find it. They could just randomize the direction that they fire the probe, and if they miss, do it again. Because every time they fire it, they are destroying the launcher from, where is it? from this planet, Giant's Deep. So theoretically, they could keep that information about what didn't work, restart time, and launch it in a different direction. So potentially that's what's going on there. They're still scanning for the eye. Now, I don't know why they're doing that, because theoretically the quantum moon can go to the eye. In fact, I'm gonna try from Brittle Hollow to get to the eye. This is gonna be a little tricky, and I don't know if this is gonna work, but I've been wanting to try this for a while, so I figure let's try it. Basically, I'm going to go to Brittle Hollow. Don't crash into Brittle Hollow. And go to the... It's not the observatory that I want. It is the... It's north side, I believe? No, it's west side. One of the sides of this damn place has a quantum tower. Is it south? Where is it? And from the quantum tower, that one right there, you can actually see where the quantum moon is. So here's what I want to do. I want to land. I'm not gonna... Yeah, honestly, this is fine. I'm gonna land here. Edie Little, welcome. Yes, this is a blind playthrough. Now this tells you where the quantum moon is. Okay. Now I want to look there. I want to look at the location of the eye, and I want to move around and wait for this thing to be at the eye. Now, you can see that the quantum moon is right there. That can't be the eye. It's just off in the middle of nowhere. Nope, it's definitely not the eye. It moved. Okay. Try it again. The problem is that this is very finicky. Okay. But if I can know when it's at the eye and then just follow the signal to it, maybe we can actually get there. I just wish I could have both the picture and the signal scope up at the same time. Okay, right now it's at the freaking eye. There's a museum shard. Cave shard. There's an unknown signal that way, but that's probably just one of the planets, if I had to guess. Tower shard is that way. Unknown signal is that way. Or is that... I don't think that's the quantum moon. It should say quantum moon. Hold on. It's still there. What planet is that? Museum shard, Grove shard, Unknown shard, Cave shard. I think I fricked it up. No, it's still there. You think it's unknown? It's still there. Museum shard, Unknown, Grove shard. I'm not going to be able to, like, fly up and look at it, but if it's on the other side of the sun... It might just be one of the ones that I haven't found yet, though. Hold on. Honestly, unknown is probably just one of the planets, but what's 27,000 meters that way? Yeah, okay, it's that planet. So hold on a second. We'll do it from space, it'll be a lot easier. Okay, right now it's on Dark Bramble, then it moved. This might be the brute force approach, but fun if it works. Okay. Looking for quantum fluctuations. Now it could be that we can't actually scan for the quantum moon when it's at... Oh, okay, I don't think this is how you're supposed to do it. The pictures aren't even loading. Is it moving at least? It's moving at least, so I know which one's which, but this is probably not the intended solution to the puzzle. I've got the feeling that maybe you just can't scan for it when it's not where it's supposed to be, you know? The sixth planet, the eye might have like a field that prevents signals, you know? I don't freaking know. Okay. Okay, it's not looking at it anymore. This can't be the way you're supposed to do it. I have another, something else to try regarding the quantum moon, though. Especially with the knowledge that we have gathered. Museum Shard, Grove Shard, Quantum Moon. I can't seem to find it when it's at the eye. Museum Shard, Unknown, which we haven't done yet. Tower Shard, Quantum. We want Quantum Moon. Still there. Tower Shard, Unknown. Still there. Yeah, I'm beginning to think that you just can't scan for it. Still says it's there, though. But I don't know where there is. It still says it's there. And maybe this thing isn't updating properly, but it says it's still there. Now it's not. All right. Oh, that didn't work. I was hoping that it would, again, just be somewhere that we could scan for and then just go there. I thought we had it once, but I probably didn't actually scan for it properly. Because right now there are 5, maybe 6 distinct signals, but when it's at the quantum moon, I only see 5 signals in the signal scope. Still there. Still there. But like, I must not be looking at all in the right direction for it. And it's already gone. All right. Well, here is my current desire? My current desire is to go to Brittle Hollow. And I want to see if I can't, luckily the Quantum Moon is right there. I want to see if I can't figure out a way to land on the Quantum Moon. I think we'll learn how if we go to the water planet, but I want to give it one try. Have you checked your log lately, asks Connie. No, but again, I don't really want to. Might be a little frustrating, but I like the exploration, the attempt. So here's the Quantum Moon. So how do you land on the Quantum Moon? First off, I'm going to turn off my lights. Secondly, not into the black hole. Secondly, I want to land the probe and have it look at the Quantum Moon, because if looking at it stops it, oh, hell. Also, I can't turn the angle of this scout, unfortunately. Best I can do is a rear view, which will work. It's looking right at it. Hello, Quantum Moon. You gonna let me land on you? Oh, it scrambled it! Ship log updated, but it scrambled it. How dare you, Quantum Moon? It scrambled my scout sensor. This time I will look at my log. Quantum Moon. I was able to land on the surface of the Quantum Moon? By the way, I figured out that's where the shuttle was. This shuttle has the gravity pad being on the Brittle planet, and from that you can recall it. Which means theoretically that the shuttle should be able to land on the Quantum Moon, because that's what they used to land on the Quantum Moon. Solanum was going on a pilgrimage to the Quantum Moon. Q Abe once again. Well, I mean, I think we did it. I think I landed on it, but I don't, well, I think I got closer than I ever was before. I don't know why it didn't particularly work. But we could try it again, I guess. Let me recall my scout probe. I thought we were calling the shuttle that's stuck on the ice on the side of the comet. I thought that as well, but no, that has its corresponding launch pad on the Twins, I think. Okay, so here's what we do. Fire. We're gonna do rear view. Here's the Quantum Moon. Oh, I can't look at it anymore. Is it still there? Damn it. Okay, looking down at the landing pad didn't work. All right, where's the Quantum Moon? There it is. All right, I see the Quantum Moon. Let's get this scout a little bit closer, shall we? Actually, launching it through to the other side actually works pretty well. I'm traveling way too quickly. Planets are so tiny. They are very tiny planets. Okay, I'm just gonna use the autopilot for this. It knows when to turn off the thruster. We're okay. So we're gonna shoot the probe past. Probably need to get a little closer for this. Shoot the probe past. Let's see, it doesn't have vision in the where'd it go? I don't even see the probe anymore. It's gone. It got eaten by the planet. Send it over there. No, I need it to not actually land in the planet. There we go. Perfect. So then we're just gonna go very slow. Very slow. Nice and slow. Oh my god, we've done it. I'm sorry for landing on your body. Okay, I'm okay with this. Ugh. There's a rock there, that's why this thing is a little sideways. We landed on the freaking quantum moon, unable to pinpoint location. I can put that there though. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Okay. So after playing around with it, we solved the problem. I think we're still missing that piece of information. There's probably something in the game that says if you're looking at it through a camera, it won't move. Because that's basically the thing that we would need to solve this. But I think we skipped ahead by playing around a little bit. Let's freaking go, dude. Now this is the south side of the planet. The north, and this is something else that's going to be a little bit screwy because there's a message in the game that says you always land at the south side, which is the shrine, and in order to explore the planet that this thing goes to, the sixth planet, you have to put the shrine on the north side, or keep the shrine to your north, or something to that effect. That was another message that we had. So I don't know what to make of that. We will explore and try to figure it out. But I might not fully explore the quantum moon because I want to get here kind of naturally after we uncover the secret for it. Additionally, okay, hold on. Of course, on the quantum moon, you're gonna have this, by the way. There was a ship here. There it is. Go into the ship. We've been here before. I'm here after watching it wander the skies. I'm about to stand on the quantum moon for the first time. As expected, my shuttle has landed at the moon's south pole. Something, something, and we can actually control the ship, but I'm not going to. Something, something, if we... Where's the tower? There it is. Something, something, you have to go to the North Pole to get off of the moon safely. I don't know. This is its current location. This is the quantum observatory, or the quantum tower of knowledge, rather. This is a piece of the quantum rock somewhere. I'm not sure what building that is. It looks familiar, though. Hello? You have recalled the rule of quantum imaging. Recall the rule of the sixth location. Recall the rule of quantum entanglement. The rule of the sixth location is probably found here in the Tower of Knowledge. I've forgotten what the rule is, but it's probably in the ship's log. The rule of quantum entanglement is that if you're standing on it and it's dark, it'll go where you want it to, it'll move. The rule of quantum imaging, this is probably the water planet, and that's probably the tower where you've solved this, and you get the information about the camera. Now, how does that affect us here? I mean, it's dark. Close the door. Ha ha! Okay, so we're not observing it. I understand. Don't get. You have to do it with the camera. Turn the light off, turn it back on again. Because you can't be standing here because you have to get out the door, but you can't get out the door when it's at this location. So how would you do that with the camera? That's tricky. That's tricky. I don't know. Well, we're gonna die soon, but I'm like, I think I need to learn the rule proper. Because I can't, I'm gonna have to wrap my head around the rules, I think, in order to actually figure out how to do that properly. But we made it to the quantum moon. And I didn't even intend to, but we experimented at the museum and managed to solve it.